in the water solutions, molecules are always colliding with each other. Sometimes those collisions are energetic enough to transfer the proton from one water molecule to another. For example, we have two water molecules. Let's label one of the water molecule as A and another water molecule as B. So when these two molecules come closer to each other, the hydrogen atom from molecule B is transferred to the oxygen atom of molecule A. Now when this proton transfer takes place, it results in the formation of positive and negative ions within that solution. This transfer of proton may also be represented with the help of this chemical equation. As you may see here, that one of the water molecule is reacting with another water molecule to form hydroxide ion and the hydronium ion. Now you may notice here that this hydrogen atom from this molecule is being donated to this water molecule. So water molecule that is donating proton becomes the hydroxide ion. Since this water molecule is donating proton, then this water molecule has been converted into hydroxide ion. The water molecule that is accepting proton becomes hydronium ion. Now this water molecule is accepting proton from this water molecule, therefore it has been converted into the hydronium ion. Now as you may notice here that this reaction is reversible, so in the reverse reaction, this hydronium ion will give this hydrogen ion to a hydroxide ion again, and it will result in the formation of two water molecules again. So since this is a reversible process, it will happen continuously, that there will be the continuous formation of hydroxide and hydronium ion as well as the formation of the water molecules. This reaction is called as the self-ionization or the auto-ionization of water. Why self-ionization? Because water molecule is ionizing itself. Those two water molecules are of the same nature and they are ionizing themselves. So therefore they are also, this process is called as the self-ionization or the auto-ionization of water. Now, always remember that water is a weak electrolyte. What is an electrolyte? Electrolyte is any substance that is dissociated into positively or negatively charged species when present in the aqueous solution. So, water is a weak electrolyte. This means that only few of the molecules in the water are able to get dissociated into the positively charged species or the negatively charged species. The chemical equation for the self-ionization of water may also be written as H2O gives H positive and OH negative ions. Now at 25 degrees centigrade or at the room temperature, the concentration of hydrogen and hydroxide ion are 1 into 10 raised to power minus 7 molar. Now this means that within a solution, the concentration of hydrogen ion is equal to 1 into 10 raised to power 7 mole per decimeter cube. This mole per decimeter cube is also called as the molar solution. So within 1 liter of that solution, the concentration of hydrogen ion would be 1 into 10 raised to power minus 7 mole, or we may collectively call as 1 into 10 raised to power minus 7 molar solution for hydrogen ion. Similarly, the concentration for the hydroxide ion would also be 1 into 10 raised to power minus 7 molar. Now, if we derive the Kc expression for this equation, then we will write the hydrogen ion and the hydroxide ion in the numerator and the water molecule in the denominator. Now, when this water molecules comes to this side of the equation, it will be multiplied with this Kc value. Now, we know that since water is a weak electrolyte and only few of the molecules are dissociated into the hydrogen and the hydroxide ion, so this means that majority of the molecules present in that solution are not dissociated, right? So this means that the concentration of the molecules of water within the solution remains unchanged because the concentration of the hydrogen and hydroxide ion in the solution are so small, that is 0.000007. So you may see here that this is a very small concentration. Now, since it is a very small concentration, this means that the water molecules are present in a considerable majority. So this means that the concentration of water molecules in the solution remains unchanged almost. So since the concentration is unchanged, this means that the concentration of water molecule is also constant. So when these two constants, concentration of water molecule and the Kc, are being multiplied, then it results in the creation of a new constant that can be called as the Kw. So this Kw is equal to the product of the concentration of the hydrogen, molar concentration of the hydrogen ion, as well as the molar concentration of hydroxide ion. So this Kw is equal to Kc multiplied by the molar concentration of the water molecule. Now, this Kw is basically called as the ionization constant or the ionic product of water. As we have read before, that at 25 degrees Celsius, the concentration of the hydrogen and the hydroxide ion within the solution are 1 into 10 raised to power minus 7. We just put the value of hydrogen and hydroxide ion in this solution. These two values will get multiplied, and after multiplication we get 1 into 10 raised to power minus 14 value for this ionization constant at 25 degrees centigrade. In pure water, always remember that the concentration of hydrogen and hydroxide ions are equal. That is 1 into 10 raised to power minus 7 molar. So since this concentration of hydrogen and hydroxide ion is very small, so it is very difficult to measure them as such. So in order to measure them in a convenient way, in 1909, Sorensen devised a scale to measure the concentration of hydrogen ion and the hydroxide ion in the solution, and that scale may be called as the pH or pOH scale. If that scale is measuring the concentration of the hydrogen ion in the solution, then we will call it as a pH scale. And if that scale is measuring the concentration of hydroxide ion in the solution, then we will call it as a pOH scale. We have to remember that this scale was introduced by the Sorensen in 1909. Now, he measured the concentration of hydrogen ion in the solution with the help of this equation. It says that pH is equal to the negative log of the hydrogen ion concentration in the solution. Now, at 25 degrees centigrade, we know that the hydrogen and the hydroxide ion concentration in the solution is equal to 1 into 10 raised to power minus 7 molar. So if we want to calculate the pH value of that solution, then we will just put this value of hydrogen ion concentration in this equation. Now when we put this value for hydrogen ion concentration in this equation, then we get the pH value equals to 7. So this means that at the room temperature, the pH value of the water solution would be 7. Now all the aqueous solution with pH is equal to 7 are called as the neutral solution. Why neutral solution? Because at this pH the concentration of hydrogen ion and the concentration of the hydroxide ion are equal. However, if pH becomes less than 7, then this means that the solution is acidic. Why acidic? Because in that solution there is an increased concentration of the hydrogen ion and there is the decreased concentration of the hydroxide ion. Always remember, when pH will be less than 7, the solution will be acidic. Solution will be acidic because of the increased concentration of the hydrogen ion and the decreased concentration of the hydroxide ion. However, if pH is greater than 7, then the solution is basic. So if it is basic, then this means that the concentration of the hydroxide ion in the solution has increased and the concentration of the hydrogen ion in the solution has decreased.